Hey y'all, it's Zoe and welcome back to another video on my channel. So I think I have made probably at least 2 videos around this topic in the past, but considering my recent birth parent search videos, I wanted to kind of bring up this topic again. I usually try not to do like 2 of the same videos in a row, but I wanted to make this video anyways. I did post this video which I talked about like my hospitalization, like why I was gone for almost a month with videos. I might like make another video like that, kind of detailing out more of that experience. And then last year I made this video which just talked about my struggles with like not knowing medical history because of finding out, you know, like certain medications I was allergic to that I didn't know. And all like how I became allergic to it and how we don't know that story either. So I just wanted to make this video kind of talking about like why I wanted to start the search, and it is related to that. So that's what this video is going to be about. So yes, one of the main reasons I think I wanted to start this search is because of my medical history, just because I don't know it, and that's always been a struggle for me. I posted this vlog during Vlogmas, which I might be doing again, I don't know, because half of Vlogmas I'll still be in school because we get out really late. But I mentioned in the video how like I had a relative who needed a kidney transplant, so I was filling out all the questions to see if I was like eligible to get tested to be a kidney transplant person, and then it asked me like a bunch of medical history questions, and they didn't give me any option to put like I'm adopted, don't know my history, anything like that. Like they gave me no options for that, but then there was an option for it in like another set of questions that didn't really have anything to do with medical history. So that's been another tough thing for me, is just dealing with like medical forms, medical paperwork, always asking like, do you have a history of this, do you have a history of that? Even if it's just for school and like filling out medical forms for school or a job, like they always ask like, do you have a history of this? And I always have to say I don't know. And even when I was in the hospital, like before my procedure, they would ask me like if I had a history of X, Y, and Z, and I had to say I don't know, I'm adopted. Or whenever we get a new doctor and my mom comes with me, we're like, we don't know her medical history, she's adopted. So that was one of my main motivations for wanting to find my birth parents, is just because I want to know my medical history. Like that's it. Like I'm not really going to be asking much of them. I know that's like a really big fear no matter what kind of an adoption it is, closed, open, international, domestic, like that you're worried either the adoptive family is going to ask you for something or the birth family is going to ask you for something, whether that's like money or something like that. But really all I just want to know is if like what my medical history is, like if we have family diseases, like genetic diseases. I did take a DNA test through 23andMe, but it doesn't tell me much about my medical history. It can test my genes for certain things, but like not as accurate. If I could just like ask someone, you know. And I'm sure there's like more detailed tests where they can test certain like gene sequences in my DNA, but like it'd just be so much easier if I could ask someone like, do we have a history of cancer? Do we have a history of like lung disease or heart disease or Alzheimer's? You know, like what if I get Alzheimer's? I'm not gonna know if I'm gonna get early onset Alzheimer's or not because I don't know my medical history. So that's been one of the reasons why I wanted to start the search, is just because it's been a really big struggle for me. It's like not knowing. Again, look at that common theme, the not knowing, the uncertainty. It's always been the biggest struggle for me, is just not knowing things. I think just another reason why I wanted to look for my birth family is just to have someone I know who's related to me, that's like biologically related to me. Obviously like my family means the world to me and I love them, and my friends also mean the world to me, and you know, blood doesn't make you a family. Like there's so many other things that make you a family, but I think just having like that one biological person, one connection, whether it's a distant cousin or like a sibling, like that would just be really cool. Just to like know someone like, hey, we share DNA, even if it's like barely anything. Like I think that's really cool to meet someone. And also just knowing who I look like. A lot of my friends, I can look at them and I look at their families or siblings and I say, oh, y'all look alike, or you don't look alike, or you look like your mom, or you look like your dad. So like I've never been able to relate to that. And I've always been curious, like I think especially in my like preteen years, I've always been curious, like looking in the mirror, like, oh, I wonder if I look more like my mom or my dad or a mix of both. I don't know. I've always been curious if I tend to like favor the more masculine side or the more feminine side of my DNA. I think that would be really cool. So just like knowing who I look like and having that biological connection, which is one reason why I really want to have a biological kid. I am open to adoption and adopting children because I do know there's so many children out in the world who need loving, caring parents because they don't have that at home. But I think having at least one biological child, not only just to be able to have that experience when I can't really ask my mom how that experience was for her, like being able to experience it myself and like the process of like being pregnant and then like giving birth. Not only would that be a really amazing experience because like female bodies are so amazing, but also just having not only that biological connection but someone that looks like 50% like me, like I don't know, that's just crazy to me. I think that's so cool and it's something that I value a lot, so I'm really hoping I don't have any fertility issues in the future. So if I did, I would definitely probably look into surrogacy because even if I can't carry someone, I would still like to have a child biologically, even if someone else is carrying it for me. But yes, so those are some of the main reasons why I started the search for my parents, medical history, just having a biological connection. And you know, I just have lots of questions because I'm very curious, and like I said, the uncertainty in my life has been a really big struggle for me, which is why I always want to know things. I always want to have answers to questions. So I think I would just ask them lots of questions, and like I wouldn't try to do it in a rude way or a way that like goes against their boundaries, you know, but like I am curious to know why they gave me up. Not that I'm going to be mad at them. I'm not mad at them. I love my life now. But I think just having that like, this is why, this is what happened, is better than just not knowing at all. And while yes, I could go my entire life not knowing, and while that does not sound like an ideal situation, it's kind of the situation that's happening anyways. So it's not like it's going to bother me forever. Like I've dealt with the fact and been satisfied with the fact that like I'm probably never going to figure out the answers to my questions, but I think it would still be nice to know the answers to my questions. Even if it's not like perfect answers. So yeah, that's why I wanted to start this search. Anyone else watching who started a search, if you want to share your reasons with me down below, I would appreciate that. So I'm curious to know why other people start the search for their birth families as well. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little video of me talking like usual. I do a lot of talking on this channel, but I guess I can't help myself. Next week is the last week for National Adoption Awareness Month, so I have a Q&A video coming out. If you didn't get a chance to ask me questions on my Instagram, you can ask me down below in the comments of this video, and I'll make sure to include them in the next video. So I'm going to go try to take a nap now, and I will see you all next week. Bye!